One of the things I see a lot of is over tagging of the book, and sometimes people don't tag at all, and that's fine if you can navigate the book. With the blue book, you used to be able to break the spine. I broke my spine and then I've lost pages, so I wouldn't recommend that with the brown book. Now this is as much as I want you to tag it, 1 to 8. Okay, so this is the start of each of your parts. That is the very basic that you want to do. When you start seeing it and it looks like a sunflower with all the petals, you're not reading it. And even in an exam, you're not reading it. Now, if you're borrowing someone's book, ask them very gently if you can get rid of them. And then you can always put them back again later. Now, so you put the parts along the top. That's just my advice. You don't have to be as on top of it as I am in that sense. But that's the way I've seen it is easiest to use. You've then got on page 384 the appendices. Okay, so not all appendices are created equally. In general, if I've done a video about them, they're going to be useful. Okay, so my next recommendation, because Appendix 1 is basically a great big long list of all of the BS and BSEN numbers. So at some point that might be useful, and I'll take you through that particular appendix. But as far as questions go, you're going to want to label up Appendix 3, and I'm putting them down the side. Okay, so Appendix 3, which is your time current curves, Appendix 4, which is your capacity and your derating factors. So there are other videos on that. And Appendix 5 is one that I also really like, and I rate that because that's useful in other parts. So if you're in part 5, they might ask you a question about IP rating. Okay, so I would also recommend labelling up part 5. And again, you're going to try to put your little tags so that they kind of come down in order. And then you might think Appendix 6 is also very useful because you've got your model forms. So realistically, appendices wise, that's right, isn't it? Appendices wise, you've got 3, 4, 5 and 6 as quite useful ones. Now this is the very basic way of tagging it up.